So now this is the second part of my nkululeko starting series. First one was on what is nkululeko about, what can it do. This is how to actually set it up. And again, I would show you my desktop. And it's done like this. Okay, so here we go. This is my desktop. Last video, I showed you the nkululeko GitHub main page and then these links here. So now, if you want to set up nkululeko, we try out the Hello World example. So this is the video that you are currently watching. Set up Python on your computer version 3.6. How would you do that? So you would start here with a command line. It's called Eingabeaufforderung in German, but whatever. So this is a terminal window, or however you might call it, command line, whatever. And so if you don't know what kind of Python you have, you can type Python, simply Python, and then see. So see here it is Python 3.9.8, which is more than 3.6, so that's okay. If it doesn't know what Python is, then simply install it, please. On Windows systems, usually the Windows installer will point you to Python. So it's very important that it's not version 2 point anything, but version 3 point, and then to be safe, more than 3.6. Okay. So then you open a terminal command line or console window, which I already did. Test Python, so we did that. Create a folder on your computer. We call it nkululeko. So I do make the nkululeko. And then I go there, cd, nkululeko, so make dir is mkdir, and cd means change directory. Now I'm there and I can see with dir directory, so there's nothing in it. It's empty, 0 files. So downloads, this is actually an old version. You don't have to download nkululeko. That's not true. I will remove this. So forget this, don't do it. Make sure the folder is called nkululeko. All this, you don't have to do it. But you, as I said, nkululeko is about speech-based experiments, so you do need some speech samples. And we can use here the Berlin EmuDB in out format. This one, let me see. What's happening? Here we are. This is a zip folder of the database, and we need it. So I click here on download. Sorry, everything is in German here. So now it will download these EmuDB. EmuDB stands for emotional database, and it's the Berlin EmuDB. So it's the one we recorded at the Technical University of Berlin about 20 years ago. More than 20 years ago, actually, in 1998 or something. And it's 10 actors acting 6 basic emotions and neutral. So this would be anger, happiness, fear, sadness, boredom, and disgust. And it's soon there. I think it downloads to the download folder. We can take a look by opening an Explorer, Windows Explorer. So this is a Windows Explorer folder here, and this is a downloads folder. And there you go. This is your EmuDB zip, the one that we're just downloading. It's done already. So now I can copy it. I can cut it. So cut, Control X, and I put it to my home folder. So where I am, where is that? It's I always have difficulties on Windows actually because I don't use it that often. Sorry for that. Oh, this is my Linux partition. All right. So it's somewhere here, users, fxbook, and then nkululeko, right? I call it nkululeko. Here it is. So that's the one that I created before, and here I can paste the ImoDB, and now I can extract it here. So all extract to ImoDB. Yes. Yeah, I'll call it emo. I think because I think it's then I think then otherwise it's twice ImoDB. So now it's extracting the database, and here we go. That's the database, and I'll ship that on the top folder. So it should be in the top folder. So I can delete the others, and now I have one folder called ImoDB. And in it, there are the ImoDB files, should look like this. The audio files actually are here. And so, well, there you go. That's the one. Going back to our manual. This one. So what did we do? Get a copy of Berlin ImoDB, unpack in the same folder. So that's what we did, right? Make sure the folder is called ImoDB and does contain the database. We checked that and not having ImoDB in ImoDB. So also in the nkululeko folder, create a Python environment like this. An environment is like a sandbox for Python where you can run Python programs. And so we do that by typing Python. On Linux, I need to do Python 3, but I think in Windows, it's not important. It means use the module virtual environment venv and create a virtual environment that is called venv2. And I can do that. Let's see what happens. It seems that nothing has happened, but actually it did. So if you do dir, now you see two directories, the ImoDB and the venv1, the virtual environment. And you also see it here, right? So now to activate it, that's here. In this folder, create the environment and then activate it under Windows, doing this, calling the script. It's called, it's in the venv folder, scripts activate but. And if I do this, I activate the virtual environment. It's here, and I see that because it's venv in front of my prompt. Yeah, you see here, venv, that's great. And okay, so now Python works with these environments usually. So it's always quite important actually, always to work inside environments. It's because Python usually uses many packages or modules, and you have different projects within Python, and you would not want one super large nkululeko environment to run all your projects in. But some projects need some packages, and some other projects need other packages. So it makes sense to have environment per project. So this is the one for nkululeko. And what you do now is you say pip install nkululeko, and that's why you don't have to download it before. nkululeko, like this. Pip is a Python package installer or package installer for Python. Don't know, something like this. So I do that. Now it should download all the modules that are needed for nkululeko. It's nkululeko version 41. And here you see it uses Odd Onyx, TensorFlow, datasets, OpenSmile, Odd Interface. Some of them already were there, I think. Oh no, got that. Well, this takes a long time, and I guess I will cut here the video because that would be really boring to watch all this download progress. So let me stop this and I'll continue when everything is there.